Hi, we're going to go on a walk together. I just want to show you something. She just came up as I started this. Hi. Oh, I see another one laying in there. Hello, beautiful. A deer. Its gracefulness and patience, gentleness. These are all does. Don't see any bucks in here. They do shed their antlers. So walk with me a little bit. Just had to pause. There was another walker on the trail, so I'm on this trail called the Trail of Reflections. And it's a beautiful little area, Chmeekly Reserve and Stevens Point. The trees, the energy here is just gorgeous. But I just want to share some more because the veil of darkness has lifted. And I've come out of this experience with whole new understandings of light and dark, good and evil, God and the devil. It's a battle for the soul and understanding. I've maintained, and I always said, because this is my truth, I'm a warrior of the light. And I fight for what's right and what's true. I fight for love. And I've had an experience that I'm going to try to write down, because this is a story that people need to hear and know for their own selves and their own truth, safety, realizations. I don't even know where to begin. It started a few years ago. And I was just kind of really getting into this world of spirituality, and I had experienced a really, really rough autumn, just under a lot of stress and anxiety. And I found these awesome classes downtown for meditation, and man, they really helped me. They got me back on track with life and all kinds of stuff. And then I met somebody who kind of took me under their wing. And my own intuition, all these ting, 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 all these red flags went up continuously over a lot of different things. And myself being so full of myself, I said, yeah, we'll just ignore them. And these aren't just red flags about the other person, there are red flags about myself too. That I chose to ignore because it's that ego that thinks it knows what's best and it's fun. And there's that bit of evilness inside on almost some games that we play with ourselves, in essence playing them against others. It's not okay. Just trying to explain here. I'm going to sit down on this bench and we'll see how the lighting is. This is the pond. Here's a nice little bench. Just going to sit down. I'll rock a little bit here. Gotta move the camera a little bit. So, all these things coming up, even just all these boundaries I kept trying to set, except for I didn't know myself enough or wasn't strong enough. And I had never experienced anything like this before. But we don't know what we don't know, and we walk through our lifetimes learning. We're here to experience, right? So this experience has really brought me to my knees in humbleness, humility, and it really makes one question their heart and their very soul in who they are. When I was young, I shared this before in videos, but I belonged to Wisconsin Synod Lutheran Church. Now, if anyone knows about that church, one, it's super fucking strict. Two, it's ridiculously religious. Three, it's anti-female. I always had an issue with that. All this dominance of the male. And growing up, there was dominance from a male. And watching my own mom being pushed down and allowing to be a victim and things. And so it was all this tumultuousness. But in the church, I had found faith because that's what I was taught when I was young, you know. I even went to kindergarten through 8th grade at parochial school. I questioned a lot of things at a young age, but I was also, it inspired this warrior spirit too. Because I felt I was in the army of God, you know, and fighting for Jesus and all this. But then it really got to, I didn't understand that. I was just doing it because that's what I was told and I guess felt. So I've spent an awfully long time pushing away from church, from religion, from family, breaking apart these units because I know I was born to be a black sheep and I was born to shake shit up. So I've performed that role very well. And because of how I've grown up and the experiences I've been gifted to have, and trust me, the experiences have been literal hell. But they are gifts because we're on this soul mission. And it's always this choice, and especially in this third dimensional reality. And on this planet, it's, you know, spiritual war. People talk about that, I talk about that. And it's true. Because we have these choices. And choices how to be and how to act and how to feel, what to believe. I've been a truth fighter my entire life. As long as I can remember, always fighting for what's right. What's moral. What's true. I have not been a saint my whole life by any means at all. Not even close. I've shattered a lot of things in people's lives. From that place of ego, not knowing, growing up, maturing, shedding these layers to really get to who one really is. And for the past number of years especially, I've had incredible amounts of questioning. What do I stand for? You know, that song came out. I love that song. What do I stand for? Most nights, I don't know anymore. And then an experience comes along. And this was a 3-year experience. On and off again. And different things would perk up in my awareness, but again, I chose to ignore, mostly because I did not know myself so well, or accept myself so well. I always believe in the good in people. And I've felt my entire life that I have a pure heart. My heart, as its very essence, I know is pure. That doesn't mean that I, like I say, have not been an asshole a lot in my life. Usually it's protection. You know, we can use all the excuses in the world, but I know the truth of that. I'm calling myself out on my bullshit now, because I'm not going to continue in those ways. It's like right now, a whole veil of darkness and a whole veil of not knowing has been lifted, and I see the light. But that's how we get there. That is what light is information. Light is knowing. Nothing is in the dark anymore with this. So over the past number of years, I don't even know how long, I've almost started this battle with religion. And I still can't stand religion, because religion is control. Religion is power. Religion is not truth, based in truth, but it's not truth. Religion has done more harm to people on this planet and to souls than so many other things possible. But the true essence of the things that those religions talk about and teach is very real. And it's truth. But that's something that you have to find on your own. You find in your own soul. That's who you are. Everybody has different paths and everybody has different karmas to live. And these experiences, looking back in my entire life for a long time, I've had the awareness, growing so much more over the past number of years, but the awareness of seeing these lessons and things, the experiences that I'm going to be having, and these lessons, and so painful lessons, because it's how we wake up. Shed these layers. And the lessons for myself, and the full understanding that I'm seeing and remembering, because I've shed so much now, that I can hear my true self again. And I feel really, really old. This body is only 42, but my soul is, I've been around and I've seen a lot of shit. I've done a lot of shit. I choose high dimensions. I choose high vibrations. I choose everything of what that Christian religion teaches also. And Christ consciousness and Mother Mary, God the Father, and the Holy Spirit. And now I have a whole new understanding of all that. What the devil is, and demonic entities and forces, and how they can really, really affect us. But they work off of us. They work with us, too. I have been experiencing this jacked up warrior inside for a while. I don't even know how long. And it's become more and more so, especially since last fall everything changed. And I finally saw the truth. And I'm so eternally grateful for my soul connection with that God spark, because through that I was able to, with authority, remove somebody and something from my home that did not belong. And things came through in my words that I've never used with anybody before. It was weird. It weirded me out, because I don't know where this is coming from, but it would just pour forth. I don't want to go too much into it, because that's between, I guess, me and spirit. I don't want to say it was an exorcism, but it sort of was. It's each fall, because I say it's because of my rising Scorpio. That's all I can figure. Is I finally dive into my own shadows, and I really take a deep dive into self and learn so many things. And each fall, all the masks come off. The ego gets dropped that I get back in spring. It's like this little playfulness. And it's fun. And it's real. Except for it's not total true. And I finally was able to see that this year. Last year, whenever. This whole lifetime, if every single relationship you have, every single relationship that exists, it all stems from the relationship with self. And that relationship with self, once you get to your truth and you see how your behavior is and your acting, and by the fruits of your labor, by the fruits of what you do on this planet, you can see who you are and what you stand for. And now I see. And I'm so grateful to be here in this moment in the light again, with a whole new, deeper understanding of self and who I really am in this whole spiritual war of light versus dark. And the essence of our Christ consciousness, our soul, and the essence of our Satan consciousness, our ego. To integrate them both, because we are whole human beings, but to choose to be with that loving essence and that divine essence is a choice that I make. And this line of work that I'm in, the shamanic path, it's who I am. It's just simply who I am. I don't even know how more to say it than that. I've done this role in different lifetimes, and it's a connection in such a deep way with all that is, and to be able to share and help and inspire others to find their own divinity and their own connection and their own intuition, because we're born on this earth and we're born in separation. We're born without those memories. And different parts of life will absolutely make us and bring us to our knees and make us choose who we really are. And sometimes we make these choices before we can even consciously make choices as children. A lot of times because of the traumas that we suffer when we're young with parents, unknowingly or knowingly. And there's that separation that is felt, and it's into that loneliness. And so we might make some really poor choices into who we choose to not be lonely with because of various promises and various gifts that are made that aren't really based in truth. And looking back on my lifetime and all these different relationships I've had, partners I've had, I've learned so much from each one. And when you can finally step back and become the observer in your life, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle is a really great book to help with that. So you can step back and be the observer in your life, to look back and see that it has nothing really to do with the other person. They present us these things and they personify these different things because we're still making that choice in our hearts. And who we are and what we are, whatever the hell you want to call it. And each relationship has taught me so much more about myself, some way more than others. And making that choice with, I want to say, vehemence, sometimes has to be made. And sometimes we get tested extra hard because of different things we're meant to accomplish and different things we're meant to do. I know that's why I've been gifted in my own life with all these different trials and tribulations, temptations. I don't know exactly what it means, but I keep hearing the word minister. I don't know what the fuck that means because, again, my relationship with the church is like, I don't believe in religion so much. I believe in truth. And I guess that's what I do with these videos is try to minister the light, I guess. I don't know. I've had so many awakenings recently, especially the past few days. Wow. I'm going to be writing everything down because this story needs to be told and shared, because I know that I'm not the only one that goes through these experiences. That's why we have all these incredible books and manuals and all kinds of cool stuff to read, you know? Because everything resonates with somebody differently, and it has to reach everybody. Everybody is important. Because everybody is here to help the other person. And as I continue along in my path, I will absolutely continue to share experiences and to let you know that everything can be okay. And it will be okay. It's not up to me to tell you who to believe or what to believe. I can only share my experiences and help you find your own light. Unless you want the dark, I don't know who does. Now that I've had that experience with evil personified in really weird fucking ways, because honestly, there's not a lot that are going to believe me. That's what I feel, including some friends, because they have not seen yet. But this whole experience was something that my subconscious asked for, 100%. I could even hear it in the back of my conscious. It's subconsciously we're asking for these experiences because we need these lessons in our life for a greater purpose. And as I fought my battles for my very soul to figure this out and to learn and have this experience, I can help others because that's my role. I'm grateful for it. It's nice to finally be able to step into my path. You know, and regarding business, it's a whole other ballgame too. Magic hands Reiki. There's going to be a lot of shifts happening as I learn myself more and open up to different roles and different guidance and different ways to help. And I'm grateful for that. I don't know what anything looks like most of the time, because I'm not like a business person, not a corporation person. Usually when you do things in the name of business, it's evil, it's bad. You know, usually when you have to cut somebody off or you got to do something, it's like, it was just business. Maybe we should start taking a look at business and corporations and things and see them for the evil that they really are. Along with the whole weird-ass money system that y'all got here. Still trying to get on board with that. Yeah, I will. Because it's just how we survive. It's just a part of the game. The sunshine feels so good in the woods. So, thank you so much for watching if you watched up to this point. And I'm here. I'll be willing to work with others, absolutely, to help guide you into the light and into your own light. It's not my light. Gifted the opportunity, gifted the wisdom, and gifted just letting the words flow out. And it's always that self-awareness and kind of watching self to make sure that it's coming out, not from me, my ego. Who the hell am I? But I can be a representative of truth. For sure. Because that's what needs you to find your truth and your light and your God spark. Source spark, universe spark. spirit spark, oh, what you want to call it. I had an issue with using the word God. It's because of the whole relation with that church. But we'll see how things go. So anyways, I just wanted to share this really personal and very humble message of awakening. And there will be more coming because, again, this story needs to be told. Because people need to know, and people need to be able to recognize and see evil for what it really is. It's not some weird-ass thing coming up next to me and scratching me right now. It's not that. It's insidious, and it works its way into your heart. And it attaches to very strong emotions such as that anger. And it also loves to prevent love and true love. Unconditional love. When you feel that, you don't want anything else. And now on to really cool things. I'm so excited. I just want to share again about Raise the Vibe Fair coming up March 27th, 2022 at the Holiday Inn in Stevens Point. And there will be over 35 vendors there. Alternative health, metaphysical, energy healers of different variations, Reiki, shamanic, paranormal, essential oils, crystals and rocks and psychics and mediums, all kinds of really cool stuff. Wellness coaches. There's a lot that are coming. So I'm super excited about that. A full day of really high vibrational healing. We're going to call in the angels. Have a really fantastic day. And keep watching magichandsreiki.com. I'm actually going to be switching my website very soon here to a new service by February 6th, actually. And I think I'm going to be having an announcement around the time of March 1st for some really cool things coming into the center on the north side of Stevens Point. It's right by the university. The whole goal is to create community there, and community, which is true community, where everybody has a voice. For healing, sanctuary, sacred space. To find your own truth. And to get some healing. I offer Reiki services down there, shamanic services. I'll be adding a few more different reading services and also some coaching, consulting, and advising. It's just getting the descriptions. I've had plenty of experience this lifetime to help you with a lot of things, including even how to fix a fucking car. Cooking, business, marketing, spiritual work. There's a lot. I can help. And I love to. That's what I'm here for. In humble service. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. We'll talk soon.